inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Hurts changing up the play. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. From the gun, it's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I don't see Morgan trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 25-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. This is Swift on the counter. And once again, the Commander defense stout against the run game. They drop him for a second straight play. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Hurts. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchup.
There he goes, left side. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, check. Go.
Here's Brissett. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They go play action with Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing is Hurts. going to be incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
19, set. Middle. Go.
Once more, Gibson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Gibson with the solid pickup there, and the Commanders love using his ability in a variety of roles. Led the team with almost 1,400 all-purpose yards in 2022. He can run it and catch it out of the backfield.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Hey, kill. Go.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. This pass hauled in by Dotson. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Go.
Brissett. And he fires one incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Go.
Running the sweep with McLaurin. Down the right sideline. He may go. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. What do coaches tell us all the time, CD? We've got to get our playmakers more involved, and certainly running with the football is one way, and it paid off right there.
And you're talking about paying off to great effect. How about the big explosive play that was a result of that play call? Big-time execution on that one.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this goal line?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A gain of 22.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Swift going to try up the middle. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Sliding out of the pocket. This short throw caught by gotw. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Hey, let's go.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, but now it's 3rd down. See what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Oh, he stays up. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick-6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. Hey,
kill. Go.
second down, Brissett.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Check.
Here's Brissett. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice the game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And they're going to speed things up here.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
It looks like they'll move things around here. Play action. Here's Hurts.
And his throw is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught. Touchdown.
Quez Watkins.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at the 40. Brissett now.
This one left side caught by Gibson.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Brissett. And And this one's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Brissett.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far.
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half.
Jonathan
So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. On second down, a run with Gibson.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, check. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have the Commanders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
Middle.
Brissett going to move him around here. 2nd and 5. His throw incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, kill. Hey,
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They go play action with Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this is caught. It's Brown. A good pickup there at 22.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Great, set.
Here's Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And he knocks the ball away, and it
falls incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On second down, Brissett again. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Kill. Go.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jalen Carter drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Hurts to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
No, touch. 63. No, touch.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nolan Smith in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Smith showing you better be light on your feet as a protector in order to stay in front of him. Maybe the fastest pass rusher in the league now. He ran a 4.39 40 in the combine, and he used that speed well to get to the quarterback.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw, Brissett. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. Brissett. He's got room at the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Complete to Logan Thomas. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 26-yard line.
Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Middle. Left. Go.
Throwing, Brissett. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 31 yards. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
So Washington now with an important 2-point conversion attempt. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 41-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half.
Great.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. Hurts. They'll roll him out right. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Out route pass complete to Goddard.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. Go.
1st down, Brissett.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? You'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Hey. Go.
Brissett.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Keely Ringo picks it off.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And that's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Complete. Smith has it. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They get this out quickly to the left side. Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith from 3 yards out. And the Eagles are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Okay. Go, rabbit. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Hurts.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Phil King.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road.